Oh wow. Oh wow. Hold up. North Texas just or Oklahoma State just hired Eric Morris. My dad just sent a message that UNT's coach not Eric Morris. Chad Morris is a different person. I think different. I think this is the coach of Arkansas. Chat Eric Morris just got hired by um, Oklahoma State. Wow. Well, that's not what I was expecting to make the video on, but yeah. What's up, guys? Mars Sports with Marshall. Eric Morris just got hired by Oklahoma State, and that's who I had on my coaching projection. Ironically, um, okay, Eric Morris will stay with them in the playoffs. Wow, though. Good for Eric Morris, though. Kind of sucks to UNT because they're losing their coach, but it's probably in the group of five, I guess. That's a really good coach. You get to go to Oklahoma State. That's actually a really good hire for them. Um, yeah, good for Eric Morris, bro. That's what I had in the coaching projection, so we can move him for next week. Hopefully we can move LSU because hopefully we'll get Lane Kiffin next week. But yeah, but yeah, that's what I had the last few weeks. Yeah, because I was back and forth on that one, but Oklahoma State gets the hire Eric Morris, so good for them. I think it's a great hire by Oklahoma State. They just needs something to go their way, honestly, at this point. Yeah, that's a great hire, honestly. Yeah. Anyways, today we're gonna be talking about conference championship scenarios. Let's do this. Um, so if y'all don't know, this is the last week of college football. Let me turn on a game. I could turn the game in the background. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about conference championship scenarios, baby. We're gonna go through every single conference in the FBS because yeah, we're gonna be talking about that. We'll also speed live stream because I feel like it. Yeah, there's that. I'm uploading a picks video for this week. You're welcome. Here's proof that I'm uploading a picks video for the week. There you go. It's uploading. Yeah, hopefully it'll be up before the live stream ends. But yeah, today talk about conference championships. There is a game going on right now. It's the can UMass win a game before the season ends matchup. Who the heck are they playing? Oh, they're playing Bowling Green. I forgot about that. I just picked that game. Hold up. What's the score? It's like 21-0 in the first half of the first quarter, and Bowling Green is leading. One touchdown, 2 interceptions. Maybe it just started. Yeah. 7-0. Bowling Green's leading. So UMass still got some work to do. Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't fired their coach yet. Yeah, but UMass needs someone, bro. Like I get they're probably not in a great situation, as good of a situation as like some of these other teams, but still. But yeah, there's that. Anyways, we're gonna go through these tiebreaker scenarios. Because it's not as chaotic as last year. There's no chance of an 8-way tie in the Big 12 or SEC this year. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward this year, we'll say. So yeah, there's that. Let's see. CFB conference standings. We'll talk about some playoff scenarios, theoretically. Yeah. Some theoretical playoff scenarios, if you know what I mean. Yeah. So let's just go through all these conferences. I'm going to go through, as the 8P suggests. I'll share y'all the conference standings, though. As there we go. There we go, little fella. Why does he usually want me to zoom right now? That's right. This kid, bro. This kid is such a this kid is such a freak, bro. He's freaky. Ayush is freaky, bro. He's one of those freaky fellas, if you know what I mean. He's weird, bro. He's one of those freaky people. And bro, okay, I'll join your live. I'll join your Zoom meeting, Ayush. You better be prepared to talk about conference scenarios. Sign to my school account. I rarely do that during the break, but yeah. I just started streaming the AMR show. What's up, Ayush? You're on live stream. You want to say hi to everyone? Oh, wait, I'm on mute. What's up, Ayush? I'm on live stream. Do you want to say hi to everyone?
Hi.
I'm doing a college football stream.
Oh,
They can't see your screen, by the way.
that'd be good.
All right. Well, yeah. Today, yeah, I'm talking about, by the way, the UNT coach just got hired by Oklahoma State.
Actually?
Yeah, Eric Morris just got hired by Oklahoma State, which I think is a good move because Oklahoma State's won one game all year.
Bro.
Oh, what a beautiful drawing, Ayush, bro. That you should get an heck yeah, bro.
My dad's calling me.
Okay. Uh-oh. Someone's in trouble. Can y'all hear him? Anyways, hold up. Heck yeah, bro.
My dad's calling me.
Sorry. Anyways, while we're waiting, we're gonna do let's just go through. Let's start with the SEC because the SEC is the best conference in college football, baby. Okay, where the fuck is it? Okay, we're at the SEC. There's your standings right now. Hold up. Yeah, there's your standings. Okay, let me widen it a bit. Okay. So actually no, let's start with the ACC. That's the first one that's on here. Hold on, let me mute so Ayush doesn't hear it. So I don't blast this on Ayush's Chromebook. Hold up. Am I still muted? As ACC is known this year, the Ash Cheeks Conference because they suck this year. I mean, here's who is your contenders for the ACC this year. Virginia, who has won a billion overtime games and actually has 2 conference losses, but the NC State one doesn't count because apparently it was technically an out-conference game. Nonetheless, though, for Virginia, that's a great season for them. Pittsburgh, who did not give a crap they lost to an out-of-conference game, which tracks because they lost to Notre Dame in West Virginia, and they also lost to – who was the team they lost to in the conference? Who did Pitt football? The Pitt? What the? Oh boy, what do you think I'm referencing, bro? Oh, there are other conferences. Okay, that's a little. That's fair. The heck? Okay. And then SMU, who also has 3 losses, 2 out of conference losses to Baylor and TCU, and they lost to Wake Forest. So the ACC has not been a good conference this year. It's not been great. Those are your 3 main teams. Here are teams that are not completely out of it. Here's what they suggest 8 people because Georgia Tech's out of it. They had a chance to clinch, but no, they did not clinch at all. In fact, they eliminated themselves from the playoffs. As it said, yeah, well, it says Georgia Tech, Duke, and Miami have 2 losses. They're gonna have a lot. I don't think they're gonna make it though. Yes, Duke is has the second best conference record, yet they're barely bowl eligible because they lost to Illinois, Tulane, and UConn. Like, what in the actual frick, bro? Well, I know no disrespect, but come on, but the ACC is not very good this year. So here are your conference scenarios. So here are the significant games this week. Virginia versus Virginia Tech, SMU versus California, who just fired Justin Wilcox, by the way. Miami versus Pitt, Wake Forest versus Duke. So, Duke? Huh. So let's just look at these scenarios. So Virginia, SMU can make the playoffs if they both win their games. And Virginia's playing Virginia Tech and they suck this year. SMU's playing Cal and they're extremely inconsistent. And then Pitt can win by either SMU losing or Virginia Tech losing. There's that. And Pitt has to beat Miami, by the way. What's AC? Every ACC tiebreaker, ACC tier college tiebreaker scenario. The fact SMU might make the conference championship again is insane. Is there any others? This is all from the AP. Okay, that's. All right, let's look at BetMGM. Let's see. Miami would need if Miami makes it, they have to win out, lose to one current leader and additional losses. So they have to beat Pitt. So if they can beat Pitt, that's automatically gonna eliminate Pitt from there. They need to have Virginia or SMU lose, and then probably Virginia to lose. I don't know. They also have additional losses too. So they're not out of it, but they have a lot of things go their way. Georgia Tech needs losses from both leaders' initial losses. It does not matter if they win or not because they are playing Georgia, who's out of conference, obviously. Duke would need to win out, which they have to beat Wake Forest. They have to have a current leader lose and then additional losses too. So basically, staying 7th into Miami. Who would it be though? I don't know, but maybe some super freak that's amazing has all those scenarios. Yeah, let's have to say that Virginia, SMU probably gonna make it, unless one of them collapses in the end. Because SMU's not as good as they were last year. Yeah, they're still in it. Now I got the American. Here are your teams that are really good this year. North Texas, Tulane, Navy, South Florida, Eastern Carolina are all within reach. So yeah, here are the scenarios. North Texas and hold up. Let me look at this. Let's see. So here's what it is according to Yahoo Sports. North Texas, here's how they would make it. They'd have to win out. Tulane, let's see. Wait, let me look at the AP scenarios real quick. North Texas would have to have they have the head-to-head tiebreaker for Navy. But a multi-way tie, it could get a little shady. So yeah, there's that. North Texas currently favored. They have to have a few things go their way. They just have to win Temple, and then they have to beat Navy. Because they would have a if it's that's probably if it's only like 2 losses. Yeah, if Tulane wins out, if Tulane wins, North Texas. North Texas. Wait, hold up. When was this made? Okay. North Texas would have to. So I think let me just look at these standings. Tulane. If Tulane wins and North Texas loses, yeah. Let's see. I'm just gonna look at these in the standings. So here's the basic ones. If North Texas loses and Tulane Navy win, Tulane Navy will be your conference championship. If North Texas and Tulane win, Navy lose, that's your conference championship. And if North Texas and Navy win, with Tulane loses, that's your conference. North Texas Navy will make the conference championship. If they all lose, though, your 5-way tie, that's when things get kind of shady because theoretically South Florida had the tiebreaker of North Texas, but South Florida lost to Navy, who lost to North Texas. So you're in a continue a circle at that point, or a triangle at that point. What's his name? So yeah. But I think North Texas wins, they'll be fine. Because if they all win, North Texas just will win the tiebreaker over Navy. If North Texas wins, they'll make it. Because they're gonna have the tiebreaker over Navy. And then Tulane and Navy, it'll probably be Tulane at that point. I think Tulane will get the tiebreaker. And then that's your conference championship right there. Then the Big 12. Big 12 at this point, it's pretty much self-explanatory. Texas Tech BYU just has to win, and then they'll be in. And they play hold on, who else here? I would look at other scenarios for okay, this is from the AP as well. God Lord. All the AP stuff. Love the AP, but they're everywhere apparently. I'm trying to find other resources too. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but South Florida, if they want to get in, I guess they'd have to have Navy. No, Navy had the tiebreaker. They have to have North Texas and Tulane lose probably. And then South Florida might get a tiebreaker at that point. Eastern Carolina would have to have North Texas probably lose. I don't know who they played. Eastern Carolina's who they lose to. I know they lost to they lost to Tulane. Okay, so Eastern Carolina would have to have North Texas, Navy, and South Florida lose probably. Yeah. But most in control of their own destiny at this point. I'm sure South Florida is pretty mad at that right now that North Texas can make it. They're not them. Big 12. Let's look at the Big 12. So, yeah. Texas Tech, BYU, if they both win their games, and they're playing West Virginia and UCF, so they'll probably win. They'll get in. They'll also both be in if Arizona State loses. So, yeah. Utah. So here's what Utah would make it if Texas Tech loses, BYU wins, and Arizona State wins. We a 3-way tie, which Utah would make it in because that's how tiebreakers are, which is very weird. There's that, but Arizona State would make it if they had to win, or Utah has to win. Arizona State would make it if they win, BYU loses, and then or they have to have win and then Texas Tech and Utah lose because they beat Texas Tech and they lost to Utah. But I'm willing to bet Texas Tech's going to make the playoffs. They're just too good at this point. Oh, you're back. Where were you at?
I was eating. It's because of that, and also, my dad needed me. My dad needed me for something.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Look what we have here.
Look what we have in here. Hello, Tiny. Let's see.
Bro.
Let's see. Big Ten. The Big Ten. Indiana, Ohio State just have to win, and then they'll be fine. But Indiana's playing Purdue. They should win that game. Ohio State is playing Michigan, and Michigan's owned them for years. Yeah. And I have Michigan winning just because I can't trust Ohio State against them. Ohio State beats Michigan. Buckeyes will play Indiana in the title game. Even if Hoosiers? What that was probably an error. Because Indiana win tiebreaker for Oregon either way. Yeah, Indiana. Yeah. Michigan. If Michigan would make it by beating Ohio State and Indiana and Oregon both winning, it would be Indiana versus Oregon. Obviously, Michigan wouldn't make it at that point. Michigan beat Ohio State, Indiana wins, Oregon loses, and it'll be Indiana, Michigan in the title game. Meaning, if Michigan beats Ohio State, Oregon wins, and Indiana loses, the title game, Michigan and Oregon. If Michigan beats Ohio State and Oregon lose, if Michigan beats Ohio State and Oregon and Indiana both lose, the title game would be Michigan, Ohio State. That would be an ultimate chaos scenario. Oregon is playing Washington. That's a trap game for them. I think they'll be fun. I think Indiana or Ohio State wins the conference. I think it's going to be Indiana, though. Could you imagine if Michigan beats Ohio State, but Oregon and Indiana both lose? You get the game the second week in a row. That would be absolute cinema. I saw what you wrote, anyways. Anyways, moving on to the CUSA, which has not been that bad of a conference this year, I will admit. They're in a three-way tie with Jacksonville State, Kennesaw State, and Western Kentucky. How they play each other though? Jacksonville State has they beat Kennesaw, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they beat Kennesaw. Kennesaw State. The fact they're in this position, considering how bad they were last year, pretty freaking impressive, honestly. They lost Jackson State. Have they played Western? No, they did not play Western Kentucky this year. Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky. Let's play Jacksonville State. Okay. Is that why you're eating, by the way? And you can unmute if you want. You can still type things in, but you can say what you need to. Sorry, we're on Zoom. And we've been on Zoom for I don't know how long now. Yeah. Okay, about 20 minutes. Okay. Yeah, anyways. Yes, we're on Zoom, believe it or not. So Missouri, okay, I don't think they're making a conference. Okay. So Missouri State, I mean, I don't think they can make the conference championship because no, Missouri State is not eligible to play because it's their first year in the FBS. It kind of sucks a little bit, kind of a dumb rule. Because Missouri State would honestly could win the conference. But yeah, Missouri State is 5-2, but they are not eligible, unfortunately. So yeah. So it's just down to Jacksonville State, Kennesaw State, Wake Forest. So this one's pretty self-explanatory. I could probably do the math myself. Jacksonville State wins and Kennesaw State wins. I'm pretty sure that means Kennesaw makes the championship. Who are they playing? Kennesaw plays Liberty. Western Kentucky plays Jacksonville State. Okay. So Western Kentucky, Jacksonville State. Oh yeah, they're playing each other. So that one's pretty self-explanatory. So Western Kentucky and Jacksonville State actually play each other this week, which is insane. Whoever wins that game will make the conference championship. And sorry, I'm switching between screens, Ayush. So whoever wins that will win it. That actually puts Kennesaw in a good spot because they just have to win. They're playing Liberty, which Liberty is looking for revenge after last year, but Liberty's not very good this year. Kennesaw State, Jacksonville State both lose. Jacksonville State would reach a tiebreaker, win the tiebreaker, reach a title game. So that would be the exact same scenario last year. West Kentucky and Jacksonville State, which are 2 weeks in a row. And Kennesaw State, West Kentucky both lose. Kennesaw State win the tiebreaker and reach the title game. So yeah. Yeah, that's just USA. That one's pretty self-explanatory. Man, Missouri West State was actually eligible. Let's see. Now I got the MAC. The MAC's low-key kind of sucked this year, we'll admit. Not the Independents. It's always going to be Notre Dame or UConn. The Notre Dame, the UConn's been a good team this year. Oh wow, that's crazy. I'm responding to you, Ayush. Anyways, let's see. Sorry, you look at the overall records for this conference. Low-key, they all suck. Well, they're not bad. Well, there's some decent teams, but like compared to other conferences. So let's look at the MAC. So Western Michigan, Eastern Michigan, Ohio, Buffalo, Ball State, Miami, Ohio, Toledo, Central Michigan. So yeah, that's a lot. Oh my God. Whoever loses Toledo and Central Michigan will be out of it. So that's inlet. And Western Michigan is in if they win, which makes sense considering they have one conference loss. Aside for that, hold up. This one's almost like this one. Okay, we're gonna read this directly from the MAC website. There are a lot of scenarios. Oh my God, there are 16 scenarios. That's insane. Boy, you listen to my live stream, bro. That is insane how there's 16 tiebreaker scenarios. Okay, I'm just gonna share the MAC website. That is insane.
Wait. Say that again, please.
No. I know you're recording it, bro. Bro. This is why I can't trust you with hosting permissions, bro.
Just like I cannot trust you with hosting meetings.
Huh? What? What did you say?
What did you say?
We are not doing this, bro.
We're not doing this, bro.
That's it. You're out of here. All right. Yeah, you should spend. All right. So here you go. Western Michigan's pretty much all these scenarios. So I say Western Michigan's a good chance. So there you go. Just read it for yourself at this point. Let's see. What are these scenarios? Scenario 1. We're gonna do a whole segment on the MAC, bro. Let's see. Is this still open? Oh, I came back. What's up, my bro? What's up? What's up, bro? What's up? 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 What's up?
What's up?
Not much, bro. All right, let's keep going. So here's scenario 1. Western Michigan defeats Eastern Michigan. Hold up. Western Michigan defeats Eastern Michigan. Buffalo defeats Ohio. Miami defeats Ball State. Toledo defeats Central Michigan. Western Michigan would clinch berth automatically. And then Miami Toledo would be a tiebreaker. Toledo defeated Miami head-to-head, so Toledo would get the berth. Scenario number 2. Western Michigan versus Miami. Western Michigan defeats. Western Michigan wins. Ohio wins. Miami wins. Toledo wins. Western Michigan get the berth, and there'll be a 3-way tie. All three tie teams did not play head-to-head. How is that possible? Tie number 2. No team defeated each other of the other two teams. And tiebreaker number 3. Miami's 3-0. Toledo's 2-1. Ohio is 1-2 versus common opponents, which are Ball State, NIU, Western Michigan. So Miami get the berth. Okay, that's odd. Moving on. The exact same championship, just different way. Western Michigan wins, Buffalo wins, Miami wins, and Central Michigan wins. Western Michigan gets the berth. Central Michigan Miami tie would mean they did not play head-to-head, and Miami was 4-1 versus CMU's 3-2 versus common opponents, which are Akron, Buffalo, Eastern Michigan, Toledo, Western Michigan. So Miami would get the berth at that point. Would give birth.
And I'm the super professor. For entry number 3.
Let's see. What? Okay. Anyways, Western Michigan versus Miami. Another one. Western Michigan wins. Ohio wins. Miami wins. Central Michigan wins. Western Michigan clinches berth.
You give birth to.
They give.
What? Okay.
They give birth to me.
What's the Michigan versus Miami? Another one. Ohio wins. Miami wins. Michigan wins. Central Michigan wins, bro. Oh, what? The wins, bro. Central Michigan wins, bro. What they gave.
Could someone get this? Can someone get this?
They gave birth to me.
So could someone give this annoying person a freaking lesson, bro? I swear to God, that is just so annoying, bro.
Lesson, bro. I swear to God, I used to sell. I used to start 9, bro.
Okay. Anyways,
I swear to God, I used to start 9, bro. Okay.
I'm muting you, bro. Okay. Anyways, tiebreaker. Okay. Western Michigan would win. Ohio would win. Miami would win. Central Michigan would win. Western Michigan clinches berth, and then be a tie between Central Michigan, Miami, and Ohio. Tiebreaker number 1. All 3 teams did not play head-to-head. No team defeated each other's teams. Then the compost would be Buffalo, EMU, Western Michigan, Miami, Central Michigan. What? What the? Okay. Central Michigan, Ohio. Okay, yeah. All right. There's your common opponents, and yeah, Miami will get in. Western Michigan versus Toledo. This is scenario 5. This would mean Western Michigan would win, Buffalo would win, Ball State would win, Toledo would win, Western Michigan would clinch berth, and Toledo would clinch berth at that point. So that one's self-explanatory at that point. Western Michigan versus Toledo, number 2. What the heck? Western Michigan, Ohio, Ball State, Toledo would win. Western Michigan would clinch berth. Ohio State, Toledo, not Ohio State, Ohio, Toledo tie. Tiebreaker number 1, Ohio and Toledo not played the head. Tiebreaker number 2, Ohio, Toledo versus common opponents, Ball State, Bowling Green, Miami, NIU, Western Michigan. So yeah, the common opponents are tied up against. Let's see. How you left. And then stat number 3, the team with the higher team rating from Sports Source Analytics, which means Toledo will clinch berth as of yesterday. So that's a very weird scenario. Yeah. Scenario number 7, Western Michigan, Central Michigan. Western Michigan defeat Eastern Michigan. Then Buffalo, Ball State, Central Michigan will win. And then those two teams will put in Western Michigan. So Michigan to Lynchburg automatically at that point. Yeah. Let's see. Scenario number 8, Western Michigan, Ohio. Western Michigan, Ohio, Ball State, Central Michigan. Western Michigan clinch berth. And the CMU Ohio tie. CMU and Ohio did not play at the head. Common opponents against those 4 teams: Bowling Green, Buffalo, Eastern Michigan, UMass, and Western Michigan. Where was that? And the team. I'm gonna stay muted for now. The team with the higher team rating from Sports Source Analytics, which would be Ohio, clinching berth as of yesterday, apparently. Oh boy, these tiebreaker scenarios are so interesting, bro. I got Toledo versus Miami. EMU, Buffalo, Miami, Toledo would win. Tiebreaker number 1, all 3 teams went 1-1 head-to-head. Okay, that's weird. Sorry, I pop up paper. Yeah, then number 2, no team defeat each other. The 2 teams. Hold up. I'm muted. I'm muted to Ayush right now, so you can't hear me. That's what he gets for mocking me, bro. He hasn't doing that lately for some reason. Yeah. Anyways, tiebreaker number 2, no defeated. Sorry. Okay. Something. Something.
Something.
On stream, bro. Okay. Hold up. Let me mute. Okay, moving on. I'm sorry. This is getting out of hand. Okay. Okay, let's start over with this. Okay. All 3 teams win. I'm sorry to everyone who is watching this, which is no one. All 3 teams went 1-1 head-to-head. Number 2, no team defeat each other with the 2 teams. Okay. Tiebreaker number 3, Miami. They all went 2-0 against common opponents. Ball State and North Illinois. Tiebreaker 4, the team with the higher team rating for Sports Source Analytics. So Toledo clinch berth. Ah, man. All right. Then revert to two-team tiebreaker. Tiebreaker number 1. Miami would defeat Western Michigan head-to-head. Miami because what the? Okay.
A living dog.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. This dude's such a troll, but it's hilarious. It's hilarious. All right, moving on. Oh my god, why does my dog like not stop barking? Yeah, half this video's just been the max scenarios. EMU, Ohio, Miami, Toledo would win, and this is Toledo versus Miami, by the way. So it'd be a 3-way tie team: Miami, Ohio, Toledo. Yeah, all 4 tied teams did not play. Wait, all 4 of those teams would be tied. If we eat Western Michigan, Toledo, Ohio, Miami winning, all 4 teams tied. All 4 teams did not play head to head. How the heck is that possible? Number 2, no team defeated each other of the 3 teams. Tie next breaker number 3, Miami, Toledo, West Michigan, Ohio are 1-1 against Compost, Ball State, and IU. So that limits Ohio from the scenario. So don't lose the Ball State. And then now we go to a 3-way tiebreaker. All three tie teams were 1-1 head to head. No team defeated each other. The 2 teams, Miami, Toledo, West Michigan, were 2-0 against Ball State and IU. I am Karan Ojala. I used to make me say things, bro. It's hilarious. Ball State and IU tiebreak the higher team. Would be Toledo can let you birth in the Miami defeats Western Michigan head to head. Miami. Okay, that's a lot of scenarios. Good lord, one scenario. Scenario number 11: Central Michigan versus Miami. Eastern EMU, Buffalo, Miami, Central Michigan win. Central Michigan, Miami, Western Michigan tie. And I stay Toba Toba. Okay. So yeah, 6-2 apparently. Okay. Tiebreaker number 1. I have 3 teams and not play head to head. Tiebreaker number 2. No team defeated each other. The 3 teams. Tiebreaker number 3. Central Michigan's undefeated against these common opponents. EMU versus Toledo. And then Western Michigan, Miami would not win against those. Did not win against all those opponents. So CMU would clinch berth. Miami defeats Western Michigan head to head. Miami clinches berth. That's the revert to the 2-team tiebreaker. What the heck, bro? What? Oh my! Why is this so long, bro? Don't take that out of context. You're not. deal's a deal, bro. Okay, anyways. Mama. I'm sorry. inside joke. Sorry. Okay, we got like less than a minute on the meeting, but you can send another link if you want. Actually, I'll send you a link because you're part.
Yeah.
Are you able to start a link?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
I'll send you a new link.
What's up, mama? What's up, mama?
What the heck? What the hell, bro? What the heck, bruh? Okay. I'll be host this time. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. We've been stuck on the Mac for like 20 years, bro. Like, bro, the Mac's such a crazy conference, bro. All right. Okay, moving on. Okay. Moving on. Okay, I'm moving on. What the heck? Okay, it's on my personal. All right, we're good. We good, bro. All right. Okay. Let's just get this thing. All right. Eastern Michigan defeats Western Michigan. Okay. Ohio, Miami, Central Michigan all win. This is Miami, Ohio. Miami versus Ohio. Sorry. This would be last week's match. Central, all these four teams all four teams, Central Michigan, Miami, Ohio, West Michigan was tie. All four teams did not play head to head. No team defeated each other. The three teams: Central Michigan, Western Michigan, Central Michigan, Miami, Ohio, Western Michigan against Commonwealth EMU, which is Western Michigan removed from the tiebreaker. And then they revert to the three-team tiebreaker. And then tiebreaker number one. And three-team would be all three tie teams not play at the head, no defeating each other. Two teams: Miami 3-0, Central Michigan 3-0, and Ohio 3-0 versus common opponents. Buffalo EMU, WMU, so Miami would clinch berth. And two teams would be CMU and Ohio. Central Michigan and Ohio did not play at the head. Central Michigan, Ohio 4-1 against Bowling Green, Buffalo, Eastern Michigan, UMass, and Western Michigan. So you're guaranteed one of them's going to win at least, because UMass is on there. The team with the higher team rating would get in. So which is the higher, we get the higher team rating. Good Lord, bro. Only 4 more of these to go. Okay, number 13. All right, this one's simple. West Michigan, Toledo. It would be EMU, Buffalo, Ball State, and Toledo all win. Then West Michigan and Toledo would all clinch berth. Scenario number 14. West Michigan, Toledo. Eastern Michigan defeat Western Michigan. Ohio defeat Buffalo. Ball State defeats Miami. Toledo defeats Central Michigan. Wow, this is the MAC. Anything can happen. Ohio, Toledo, West Michigan would be a three-way tie. West Michigan would clinch berth because they defeated Ohio and Toledo. And the two-team breaker would be Ohio and Toledo. So Ohio and Toledo not play head-to-head. Ohio versus Toledo against common opponents are 3-2. Ball State, Bowling Green, Miami, and IU, West Michigan. The team with the higher rating would get in, which means Toledo would get in. So next scenario 15. West Michigan versus Central Michigan. So EMU, Buffalo, Ball State, and Central Michigan win. Then both Western Michigan and Central Michigan claim berth automatically. That one's self-explanatory, to be fair. Now we got Western Michigan versus Ohio. East Michigan, Ohio, Buffalo, and Central Michigan all win their matchups. Then Central Michigan, Ohio, Western Michigan with tiebreaker number 1. Tiebreaker number 1, Western Michigan defeat both Central Michigan and Ohio, so Michigan would give birth. Then revert to the 2-team tiebreaker between Central Michigan and Ohio. Tiebreaker number 1. CMU and Ohio did not play each other. CMU and Ohio are 4-1 against common opponents, which Bowling Green, Buffalo, EMU, UMass, Western Michigan. And then the entire rating we get in, which is Ohio against. There you go. Whew, that's your MAC tiebreaker. So I think I spent like over half the stream going over. But yeah, that's the MAC in a nutshell. But point is, Western Michigan controls their own destiny at this point. So yeah. Okay, now we got the next conference. Mountain West. That's a lot of teams. That looks very similar to the MAC, I will admit. San Diego State controls their own destiny. And Boise State, New Mexico, UNLV would all be in the tie. So who are they playing? Who are these teams playing, though? Let's see. San Diego State plays New Mexico, so if they win, then they'll then they'll win, and then they'll be. If they win, they'll automatically eliminate New Mexico. New Mexico wins, they might eliminate San Diego State at that point. I don't know. It'll probably be a bunch of tiebreakers at that point. Hold up. So let's see. Share this tab instead. Teams that are still in the hunt. San Diego State, Boise State, UNLV, New Mexico, Hawaii, Fresno State, and Utah State. That is insane. So yeah, the 3-loss conference teams are. So here you go. San Diego State, Nevada, or New Mexico. Sorry. So yeah, Boise State, Utah State. That's going to be an elimination game for one of those teams. Fresno State, San Diego State, or San Jose State. San Jose State, they suck. UNLV, Nevada, and Wyoming and Hawaii. This in the 4-way tie for first, even a 6-way tie for second. Dang, bro. Hold up. So yeah, that's insane. I think San Diego State wins the conference. San Diego State controls their destiny. Then 6-way tie for second is potentially possible. That's actually insane. Yeah, you see like half the conference still in it, bro. Hold on. 1 second, by the way. If I know who Corona Rujala is, he's the GOAT. All right, let's see. What are these Mountain West? Well, shout out to the MAC, by the way, for putting all their tiebreaker scenarios on their website. Let's see. Mountain West. Kanye West. Mountain West. Tie breakers. Okay, let's do this. So apparently these computer rankings and CFP rankings, remember they did that last year, so there's that. So it's either tied head-to-head results or CFP rankings or computer rankings. Yeah. So here's who we have. Let's see. Who's in it? Let's see. Is this half the conference? This might actually be half the conference, ironically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10. Oh my God, over half the conference. That's insane. Who have that? That's like the Big 12 of the year, bro. San Diego State's 1 conference losses to Hawaii, so yeah, that's not going to impact them too much though. Well, actually, let's do this.
Check 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
What's up? What's up, bro? Sorry that the other link was invalid. I don't know what happened.
No, it's okay.
I'm doing Mountain West tiebreakers now.
I'll listen here with you and Tanner.
Huh?
At least I'm here with you and Tanner.
Bro. Yeah. What is it?
1 second.
All right, yeah, I'm almost done with this, by the way. I think I am. So, yeah, this is the Mountain West. Let's see. What are these head-to-heads? So, who did Boise lose to? Boise State. I mean, they're not as good as they were last year, but yeah. Why are you joining with 2 people? What in the actual heck? Well, why are you joining with 2 people? You weird for that. San Diego State, they win. They're in the conference championship. They've been really good. They turned it around this year, man. They were terrible last year, man. And now they're really good. Boise's losses, their 2 conference losses to Fresno and San Diego State. Yeah, so they beat New Mexico, though.
Bro.
Huh?
I said, say what's up to my twin.
What's up, twin?
Do you see what's going on here?
Yeah, you're joining with another user.
Yeah, but it's not me though. It's just delete the one that's not me.
Okay.
If you can.
Okay. Okay. Don't report. Okay. Actually, I will report. I'm kidding. What is it? So
Yeah, you did it.
yeah. Okay. Let's see. Boise, they beat. Wait, is UNLV not in it? UNLV is in it, right? Hold on. UNLV is in these scenarios. Yes, they are. They are, bro. Let's see. Boise beat. They lost to San Diego State and Fresno State, but they also beat. They're playing Utah State, by the way, this weekend. On Friday. Sorry. At least they make it a 10 a.m. start time again. They did last year for Boise State's last year. They beat UNLV. They beat New Mexico. New Mexico. Yeah. Who did sorry. Who did Boise New Mexico beat? New Mexico beat they beat UNLV. They're playing San Diego State this weekend. They beat New Mexico. They beat Utah State. They lost to Boise State. They also lost to San Jose State, by the way. Yeah. They also did they beat Hawaii? No, that was last year. Sorry. They have not played Hawaii this year. They did not play Hawaii this year. UNLV. They lost. I know they lost to Boise and New Mexico, but they beat Hawaii. They beat Utah State in overtime. I'm just seeing like who they beat, like in the conference. Let's see. Oh, you're in the chat. Hold up. Probably like before the meeting ends. I'll tell you that. 15 minutes. Probably 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay.
Just save it. Save the tea. Let's see. Who else? All right. Freckle. Fresno State. So none of these 4 and 3 teams would be hosting, I don't think. They lost to Utah State. They beat Boise State. They got shut out by San Diego State. They lost to Colorado State. Let's see who else. They beat Hawaii. Yeah, that's that. Hawaii. They lost to UNLV. They beat San Diego State. They beat the crap out of them. Dang. They lost to San Jose. They beat Utah State. They lost to Fresno. I'm just showing you. Like, this is like for the viewers, these are the teams that. By the way, viewers, these are the teams that I'm mainly talking about the teams they lost to, and then the teams they beat. They're in these scenarios. Utah State, they lost to UNLV in overtime. They beat Fresno State. They lost to New Mexico in a kind of blowout fashion. Kind of a blowout. They lost to Hawaii. Yeah, they're not as good of a spot. Yeah, there you go. So just do it for it. Just think of how it is. I don't know. Okay, here or just you can do the math and all that. Y'all can do the math for y'all at home, at the homie. All right, Pac-12. Moving on to the Pac-12. Whoever wins this weekend. If Oregon State wins, they win the conference. Washington State wins, they tie for the conference because there's no conference. That's not a real conference. Anyways, SEC. Your teams that are in it still are A&M, Georgia, Mississippi, or Ole Miss because no one calls them Mississippi, and Alabama. Mississippi State, Texas A&M, Texas, Alabama, and Auburn are very significant. Georgia is locked into their conference record because they're going against Georgia Tech.
Is that LSU? LSU?
Man, I wish. We could spoil Oklahoma's playoff chances, though, theoretically. If we beat them. Yeah.
Beat them then. Beat
Yeah.
them up.
Anyways, our outlook. So here you go. A&M, if A&M is in the SEC championship, they're in the SEC championship with a win. They're in control of their destiny. But if they lose, they will be invulnerable because they have a week in conference schedule. Now, tiebreaker would be a 3 or 4-way tie. If A&M loses, they would still make the tie. They would still make the title game if Alabama and Ole Miss lose. That'd be them and Georgia at that point. Alabama would win. If they win, they're in. If they lose, they're out. So there's no scenarios there. Georgia would win if Alabama A&M loses. Ole Miss would win if Ole Miss would get in if they won, and then Bama and A&M lose. So yeah, there you go. That one's relatively simple. Yeah.
So if A&M wins, who did you face in the championship?
If Alabama wins, it's going to be Alabama. If Georgia wins, Georgia's already locked in their conference record. If Alabama and Ole Miss, if Alabama loses, Georgia gets in. If Ole Miss wins and Georgia and Alabama lose, y'all play Ole Miss. This is all have to win. If y'all have to win though at that point.
And then when would the championship be?
A week from Saturday. It's in Atlanta. What the heck?
Hopefully A&M gets in.
Yeah. I mean, y'all got Brian Kelly fired, so I can't complain. Anyways, now you have the Sun Belt. JMU is locked into their spot because this is divisions. Troy and Southern Miss is what's going to determine the next one. Whoever wins Troy and Southern Miss will go to the title game. That one's self-explanatory. Troy and Southern Miss are tied for 5-2 in the conference, and whoever wins that game will make the Sun Belt championship. But they're at a huge disadvantage because JMU is really good this year.
Break my face, bro.
Let's see. Yeah, looks great. Anyways, y'all, that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Have a nice day. And goodbye. See y'all next time.
6 7 afterwards.
What?
That's 6 7s.
Of course, bro.
6 7.
Peace.
Barbecue chicken hut.